Alrighty then. Now, how do you get a free birth chart or natal chart if you're new to them? Well, a great site over here is alab.com/free chart. Would you have a look at that? That's astrolabe. You go down here to free astro chart and you click on free birth chart, right? We're just going to wait for it to load. So a birth chart is essentially a much more detailed sense of what your astrology looks like, not just your sun sign or what you may know as your star sign, okay? So let's put your name in here. Let's imagine your name is Cutie Pie, and that's optional, the address. I suppose I could leave it on mail. Why not? And let's pretend that you were born today at the time of recording, the 17th of October, 2023. Let's do that. October 2023, right at 10:09 p.m. Let's have a look at that. Fantastic. That's going to help us get our rising sign or the ascendant. So I am, yes, I'm coming from Johannesburg in South Africa. There we go. And we just submit that. And so what this is going to create for you is a detailed birth chart, okay? So it'll have your name over there. And basically within the hour of your birth, if you do know the hour, this is what the sky looked like. This is where all of the planets and the stars were, okay? So, for example, this person would be, I believe, a Libra. So let's have a look. Okay, and this is the same chart, just in table form. Now remember, this is a generalization. So you have to go with what resonates with you, okay? A little bit more information about you would be there. And we start with your rising sign. Rising sign. And as you become more literate in astrology, you'll start paying attention to degrees. But for now, the person's rising sign is in Gemini. So your rising sign over here would be how you appear to others, the way that your personality is, it sort of comes across to others, but it also sorts out something called your house placements. Now, this doesn't actually really give you house placements so much. The rising sign over here is the first house, and so it goes all the way over here until I believe the seventh house, etc., until we get up here to 12 over there, okay, which you'll understand more as you get into astrology. All right, the next thing you're going to look at is your sun sign. So if you're not that familiar with more detailed astrology, this is what's called your star sign, right? And sometimes it may seem like contradictory information. You have to learn to look at the nuances of it, okay? Over here, we've got the moon sign. So this is how you experience yourself. This is your inner workings, your emotions, right? I think only you and your family would know about this. It also relates to your relationship with your mom. Mercury over here is in Libra. It's normally very close to your sun sign. It'll normally be in the same sign or in a sign right next to it. So over there you can see Mercury, 22 degrees in Libra. So this person's personality is a Libra and they also think like a Libra, right? Whereas their moon over here, 0 degrees. So that's what most people who are not familiar with astrology might call a cusp. I'm not really ready to get into that argument, right? Great. Venus. Venus is your feminine side. This is how you relate to money, to romance, and to pleasure. It says it's 7 degrees in Virgo. So that'll be balanced out with your Mars, your masculine side. Ooh, this person has Mars in Scorpio. It's native sign. So even though this person is a perfectionist, probably in their romantic life, they would be very passionate but also a fighter, right? Jupiter. So those were all your personal planets, right? Jupiter, more of a generational planet. Basically, everybody that was in your class at school, more or less, would have the same Jupiter as you, right? Also your spiritual side. And then Saturn, okay, sort of the father figure in your life. That this is in Pisces. I believe it's also one of those, like the people that were in the same grade as you, right? So then Uranus, very, very similar, right? And then you've got your Neptune. So this is your entire generation, more or less the people that were born within a decade of you, right? And then Pluto, definitely your generational planet. So this person has got their generation in Capricorn, which usually means that these are the people who are going to rebuild society. Apparently, we're going to have a big cataclysmic event coming up. So the babies being born now, the boss babies, are going to rebuild society. So that'll give you an idea of who you are. But normally, if you know your big six and everything from the rising sign down to your Mars, that's basically you. Right? That's your personality. And especially your big three over here, your rising or ascendant, your sun sign, which you may know as your star sign, and your moon sign, your inner workings. Right? Now, if you're wondering what these blue and red lines are, those are your aspects. Those are the degrees and relationships that the different planets have to themselves, right? And of course, you can, once you've gotten a taste for something as simple as astrolabe, you could probably go to a site called Astrology Cafe. I suppose I'll put a link in the description for that as well. And that'll give you a more detailed way of looking at it. But I find that astrolabe is just one of the easiest, best ways to sink your teeth into astrology as you're starting to get to know what it all means. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope that was helpful to you. Please remember to like and subscribe, and see you in the next tutorial video. Please check out my online tarot dictionary, in which I make short videos which explain the different tarot cards. Okay, bye.